Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Friday, March 24th, 2023. The San Bernardino County Planning Commission met yesterday to review a request to expand commercial zoning in Wonder Valley from 1.5 acres to 24 acres to accommodate a resort hotel project. The in-person meeting was at 9 a.m. at the county building in San Bernardino, but was also virtually attended via live community feed at the Bob Burke Government Center in Joshua Tree. After hours of public comment, the San Bernardino Planning Commission vetoed the proposal. Reporter Hillary Sloan was at the meeting and is here to fill you in.
The Wonder Valley Inn project, proposed by project developers Jason Landver and Alan Greenberg, was designed to repurpose an existing 1960s building, once used by Southern California Edison, into a 106-room resort hotel with a 4,226 square foot restaurant lobby, 106 guest rooms, a 5,031 square foot conference room, a 4,666 square foot wellness center, and ancillary structures. Community concerns include impacts on the quality of life, water, light pollution, increased traffic, air and dust pollution, noise pollution, and further stressing local fire and law enforcement resources. After hours of community comments, the four-person county planning commission rejected the request, seeing the project as incompatible with the current residential community plan. For a deeper look at residents' comments and developer and planning commission responses, see this story at Z107.7fm.com. For Z107.7, this is reporter Hillary Sloan.
A three-vehicle collision on 29 Palms Highway that left a lane closed was caused by a driver allegedly running a red light. On Wednesday at around 7:15 a.m., County Sheriff's deputies responded to a report of a three-vehicle traffic collision at the intersection of 29 Palms Highway and Deer Trail in Yucca Valley. Deputies report that a Volkswagen sedan traveling west on the highway, driven by Simone Roseborough, a 34-year-old resident of Desert Hot Springs, drove through a red traffic light, colliding with a Chevy sedan, driven by a resident of Yucca Valley, at the intersection of Deer Trail. Deputies report that the Volkswagen lost control and drove into the eastbound highway lane, causing it to collide into a semi-truck stopped at the red light, driven by a resident of Calexico. The semi-truck was stopped on the number 2 eastbound Highway 62 lane at a red light when it was hit by the Volkswagen. The eastbound lane of 29 Palms Highway was closed until tow trucks were able to remove vehicles from the road. All three drivers said they had no injuries. The buzz in the basin is that a super bloom is headed our way this spring, and if you want to try to get in on some of that sweet pollen collecting action, there is a meeting tomorrow that can help. Online news editor Robert Hayden flies in with the story.
The High Desert Beekeepers Association is meeting tomorrow, March 25th from noon to 2 p.m. Come share your bee stories and adventures, or bring your bee questions and be prepared for multiple answers, ideas, and opinions from the growing number of high desert beekeepers. The topic for tomorrow's meeting is what do you look for inside the hive? The meeting is happening at the Nourishing Tree at 62057 29 Palms Highway in Joshua Tree. You don't have to be a beekeeper to attend, you just have to have an interest in bees. For more information, you can see links and contact info at this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Robert Hayden.
The pre-sale of wristbands for this weekend's carnival in 29 Palms has been extended until 5 p.m. today. The wristbands, which allow anywhere or unlimited rides at this weekend's carnival at Lucky Park in 29 Palms, are available at the pre-sale price of $30. The wristbands are sold for $40 at the carnival gates. The extended pre-sale wristbands are good for any day of the carnival, be it today, tomorrow, or Sunday, and can be purchased at the 29 Palms Parks and Recreation Office, the City of 29 Palms Visitor Center, or the Palladium Family Fun Center. This weekend's carnival is put on by the City of 29 Palms Parks and Recreation Department, the 29 Palms Rotary Club, and Paul Moorer Shows. For more information, please call the City of 29 Palms at 760-367-7562. The 29 Palms High School Interact Club is holding a rummage sale fundraiser tomorrow at Lucky Park in 29 Palms. The Interact Club, which is known for their food drives around the holiday seasons, is providing a space for local vendors to wheel and deal a number of fine goods, used items, and crafts in an effort to raise funds for 29 Palms High School and upcoming food giveaways. The rummage sale runs tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Lucky Park Activity Center, located at 73325 Joe Davis Drive. The 29 Palms Artists Guild will offer art classes during their 4th annual Spring Arts and Crafts Fair next weekend, April 1st and 2nd. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas picks up his paintbrush and his camera.
The 29 Palms Artist Guild will be offering art classes for adults and youths during their 4th annual Spring Arts and Crafts Fair, April 1st and 2nd. On April 1st, award-winning photographer Mitch Miller will teach wildflower and landscape photography with suitability for camera phones and DSLR. Cost is $110 for members, $125 for non-members. This is an off-campus instruction. Check the details at 29palmsartgallery.com. April 2nd is Art Station Central at Spring Art Fair with Chloe Allred and students from CMC. Pre-registration is required for this kid-centric class. Each participant will try their hand at sketching and drawing, watercolor painting, acrylic painting, and creating a collage. Materials and supplies included at a cost of $20. For more details, visit the link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, this is arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
After weeks of wild weather, including snow and speedy winds, many of the American flags flown by patriotic denizens of the high desert are showing their wear and tear. Though it's not illegal to fly a tattered American flag, some consider it to be disrespectful and others consider it to be an eyesore. There are several flag disposal sites across the Morongo Basin where flags can be dropped off for a proper ceremonial destruction. The Morongo Basin's newest flag disposal site can be found at the 29 Palms Cemetery on the south side of the building. The Joshua Basin Water District Board of Directors has one open seat, and they want you to fill it. The remaining directors will appoint one person to fill the seat from all those who apply, but Joshua Tree residents must apply to be considered. Mike Lipsitz joins us with a look at how you can apply.
Plans are for the board to interview qualified applicants at the regular April 19 meeting. The successful applicant must be a registered voter who resides in the Water District's Division 2. More information and an application will be posted at jbwd.com in the coming days. Completed applications must be submitted to the Water District by April 6. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Mike Lipsitz.
And finally, the 29 Palms High School Lady Wildcats softball team hosted the Banning High School Broncos and lost 3-11. Jenica Silvas had 2 hits and scored all 3 of the team's runs. Tua Young hit a deep fly ball for the RBI. Gabby Wonderly went 1 for 3 with a walk. Coaches declared Gabby Wonderly as the Wildcat of the Week for the Banning games. Gabby had 5 hits with 8 at-bats. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmetz.